Barbie and the Diamond Castle. Once upon a time, in a peaceful little village, two best friends, Alexa and Liana, lived in a small but cozy cottage. They loved music and spent their days singing together, dreaming of a life filled with adventure and magic. Despite their poverty, they always found happiness in their friendship and the songs they shared. One morning, as they walked through the village, they saw an old lady sitting alone by the road. She looked weak and hungry, so the kind-hearted girls offered her some bread from their basket. The old lady smiled warmly. "You have kind hearts," she whispered. In return, she handed them a heart-shaped mirror, old and dusty but beautiful. "This mirror holds a secret," she said mysteriously before disappearing into the crowd. Curious, Alexa and Liana took the mirror home and carefully cleaned it. As soon as they held it up to the sunlight, something magical happened. The mirror glowed, and suddenly, a soft voice echoed from inside. A girl appeared in the reflection. It was Melody, a young musician trapped inside the mirror. Melody told them a shocking story. She had once lived in the legendary Diamond Castle, a place where music and magic thrived. However, the evil muse Lydia, jealous of the castle's power, wanted to rule over all music. To do so, she had stolen the castle's magic and trapped Melody inside the mirror to silence her. Without its magic, the Diamond Castle had sunk beneath a cursed lake, hidden from the world. Lydia, along with her fire-breathing dragon, guarded the castle, ensuring no one could restore its magic. As Melody spoke, Alexa and Liana felt a deep connection to her. When they sang together, Melody's voice joined theirs from inside the mirror, filling the room with magic. Determined to save Melody and restore the Diamond Castle, Alexa and Liana set out on an adventure, taking their adorable puppies, Sparkles and Lily, with them. As they journeyed through an enchanted forest, they encountered two young men, Ethan and Daniel, who were skilled in music and sword fighting. When they heard about the mission, they eagerly joined, promising to protect the girls. "We won't let Lydia win," Ethan declared. "Music belongs to everyone." Their journey was filled with danger. Cyclone the enchanted maze. The group found themselves trapped in a maze that shifted every time they made a turn. Using their music, Alexa and Liana sang a song that revealed the correct path, allowing them to escape. Water waved the river of illusions. A wide, glowing river blocked their way. As they tried to cross, it created reflections of themselves, confusing them. Daniel, realizing it was an illusion, threw a stone into the water. The ripples broke the spell, and the river returned to normal. Fire the Dragon's Cave. Before reaching the castle, they had to pass through a dark cave where Lydia's fire-breathing dragon slept. As they tiptoed, the dragon woke up, its eyes glowing red. Ethan played a calming tune on his flute, which put the dragon back to sleep, allowing them to pass safely. At last, they arrived at the cursed lake where the Diamond Castle lay underwater. On the shore stood Lydia, playing her cursed flute, which controlled the castle's magic. The castle remained submerged, and its magic was locked away. "You cannot stop me," Lydia sneered. Lydia summoned her dragon, which roared and attacked. Ethan and Daniel bravely fought the beast, dodging its flames. Meanwhile, Alexa and Liana sang with all their hearts, their melody weakening Lydia's magic. Realizing she was losing control, Lydia played her flute more fiercely, trying to restore her power. But at the last moment, Alexa grabbed the flute from her hands, and Liana smashed it into pieces. The moment the flute shattered, Lydia lost all her power, and her dragon vanished into thin air. Suddenly, the diamond castle began to rise from the water, its towers sparkling with thousands of diamonds. A beautiful melody filled the air as Melody was freed from the mirror, finally returning to her home. The queens of music, who had been trapped in the castle, were also freed. They were grateful to Alexa, Liana, Ethan, and Daniel for their bravery. Sparkle's melody gifted them magical diamond necklaces, symbolizing the power of music and friendship. Cherry Blossom the queens also gave Alexa and Liana enchanted flower seeds, saying, "These flowers will bloom endlessly, bringing you wealth and happiness. You will never have to live in poverty again." Overjoyed, Alexa and Liana planted the seeds when they returned home. Soon, their cottage transformed into a beautiful garden full of magical flowers, which provided them with everything they needed. With their hearts full of joy, Alexa, Liana, Ethan, and Daniel sang together, knowing that the greatest treasure wasn't diamonds or magic, but the unbreakable bond of friendship. From that day on, Alexa and Liana lived in happiness, surrounded by music and beauty. The Diamond Castle stood proudly once again, shining as a symbol of the power of love, music, and courage. And so, they all lived happily ever after, filling the world with songs of hope and magic. Musical notes sparkles.